Is it too late for Lords of the Fallen to be saved with the recent patches that have been coming to the game? With mixed reviews panning the game, controller button remapping problems, certain performance issues plaguing the game at launch, the question has to be asked, is the game even worth buying, or can Lords of the Fallen be salvaged and turn into a really fantastic game after a few hotfixes and patches to the game? After putting 25 to 30 hours into the game, I can definitely tell you some of the issues that I have run into personally, so I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. Lords of the Fallen had a ton of hype leading up to the game. Some people were saying it was the next Elden Ring, other people were saying they were waiting for it since Elden Ring, and Lies of P just didn't do it for them, so this was really high on people's list of games to play. However, just a little bit over a week after launch, articles started coming out saying that the game was having a ton of performance issues, that there were frame rate drops, that there was crashes, and the game was unfinished and, in some cases, unplayable. I personally play on an Xbox, and I have seen almost every single one of these issues that these articles are discussing, and as a player, overall, it is a little bit disappointing that we didn't get the game that everyone seemed to be raving about right before launch. With companies like IGN, PC Gamer, Games Radar, and many more saying that this game was absolutely incredible right before launch, it seems like we are getting a different version of the game at launch than people played beforehand. So let's take a second and look at some of these issues that the game has been having in depth, and let's see if CI Games has anything on the horizon to fix some of the things that are going wrong. I think it's important to note that before we continue this video, I want you guys to know that as a player, overall, I'm having a really good time with Lords of the Fallen. I think the game is absolutely gorgeous. I think it is a really fun game to play, but I'm not going to sit here and be blind to the fact that there are some issues with what is happening. So on October 13th, 2023, this game was released. Lords of the Fallen was met with incredible hype, and we were really excited to play it. On October 14th, CI Games released its first patch to fix all of the problems that people had started talking about. This patch was meant to fix some performance issues, it was meant to fix some balancing that was happening within the game, PvP was adjusted, crossplay was completely turned off because people were having so many issues with the co-op that everyone was so hyped for, and many other changes were in that patch. Now, one of the pros of this hotfix patch coming in so soon is the fact that CI Games is on top of it. I firmly think that CI Games wants this game to succeed, and I also feel like they really want to work with their player base to make sure that they have the best product possible. That being said, I do think it's going to take a little bit of time to get the game where people want it and where CI Games has envisioned this game to go. I will say that I personally am making this video 2 days after this patch has been released, yet I am still having issues with the game crashing and with the frame rates completely dropping through the game, making it unplayable and causing deaths at certain times through my playthrough. A tweet was sent out on October 14th from the official Lords of the Fallen Twitter saying that the patch is going to be available for Xbox and Epic very shortly, so only time will tell. Nevertheless, CI Games is still stuck with a very split player base with over 2,000 reviews on Steam and an overall 6.10 rating. People are either super happy with what they're playing or they are completely distraught. And not only are the players split, but CI Games stock has dropped 18%, which is a 6-month low for them, so I think they're definitely going to be making moves to get that stock to come back up and keep players happy to keep playing the game. I think that Lords of the Fallen is going to have a very long roadmap, but they have to get past this rocky start. And some of the last few problems that people are having with this game currently are that there are a lot of pacing issues, that there is a ton of repetition in the game, and overall there is a lackluster level design. Now, I will be the first to sit here and tell you I do not necessarily agree. I do think there are very long stretches between the umbral statues that you can rest at, but what I will say is the game is absolutely gorgeous. I think the level design is phenomenal, and concerning the repetition in the game, I absolutely don't agree. I keep finding new enemies that I have never seen before, and I am constantly challenged by the gameplay and learning the mechanics to make me a better player of Lords of the Fallen. People are continually comparing this game to Elden Ring and even Lies of P in some cases as other popular Souls-likes, but what you need to realize is that this game is completely on its own. It is a Souls-like, and it takes different inspiration from these other games that have come before it, but Lords of the Fallen is its own game, and these issues I feel are not warranted. So overall, that brings us to this final question. Can Lords of the Fallen be saved? Is it worth buying? So I'm going to sit here and answer as a player, as somebody who likes Souls-likes, I'm going to say yes. Amidst all the different problems that Lords of the Fallen has had, we have had games that have come out that are far worse when they release. Also, I firmly believe that Lords of the Fallen is one of these games that can be great, and it has a company working behind it that wants the exact same thing and is listening to the player base. I have faith that CI Games is going to pull through and continue to release patches to make the game better and better, although my hope is that it comes sooner rather than later, so people will get back on board and continue to push this game to greatness. darkness. And guys, that's going to be it for this particular video and where I think Lords of the Fallen currently stands. I'm going to list all the articles and resources that I got for this video down in the description below, so if you want to go check them out, see what people are saying about the game, you are more than welcome to do so. If you've not subscribed to the channel, feel free to subscribe, hit the bell notification so you can know when I'm making more content. I appreciate you guys watching to the very end of the video. Thank you so much, and until next time, stay safe, enjoy the game, and I'll see you in the next one.